Managing worker fatigue. Long work hours and irregular shifts are common in our society. The average number of hours worked by American workers has steadily climbed over the last few decades. Technology like cell phones, laptops, tablets, and the internet is largely to blame, as it puts employees on call even during their off hours. Many Americans now work more than 40 hours per week at their jobs. For workers on night, rotating, or irregular shifts, these long work hours can lead to fatigue if there is not enough opportunity to get adequate sleep between shifts. Studies show that the incidence of fatigue is higher among shift workers and tends to be highest for night shift employees. Fatigue is the body's signal that it is not adequately rested, and it needs sleep. If a person gets too little sleep, or sleep is interrupted or otherwise inadequate, the body and brain become fatigued and unable to function properly. Human bodies operate on a circadian rhythm, which can be thought of as a 24-hour internal clock that cycles between sleepiness and alertness at regular intervals. We are naturally programmed to sleep when it is dark outside. Therefore, night shifts or extended work periods disrupt this natural cycle. When our bodies do not get the rest they need, they cannot function at their best, and without adequate sleep, stress levels rise, concentration levels drop, and physical ability diminishes. Fatigue can also lead to several more serious health problems for workers, such as heart disease, digestive problems, musculoskeletal disorders, reproductive issues, depression, certain forms of cancer, sleep disorders, obesity, and worsening of chronic conditions that may already exist, like diabetes and epilepsy. For employees in heavy industries, extended work shifts may mean prolonged exposure to excessive noise, potentially dangerous chemicals, and a myriad of other health hazards. This added exposure may exceed permissible exposure limits or violate other safety and health standards. Therefore, employers need to be certain that long work hours and extended or irregular shifts do not create situations that put them out of compliance with any applicable OSHA standards. Overworked, exhausted, and stressed employees tend to have a negative impact on the organizations that employ them, consequently increasing certain costs for employers, such as increased workers' compensation costs, increased time off the job due to illness, and lost productivity resulting from increased illness and injury. In fact, fatigue-related lost work time costs employers approximately $136.4 billion each year. Employers may take several steps toward eliminating or minimizing worker fatigue. First, employers can examine workload, work hours, scheduled and unscheduled work time, and work absences and resulting overtime. When creating schedules, it is important to consider not only the length of time for a shift, but also the environment in which the employee will be working. Employers may also find it beneficial to address the physical work environment, especially during evening or nighttime shifts, to improve lighting and regulate temperatures to boost alertness and mitigate fatigue. When possible, workers should be rotated through different jobs during the day to relieve the monotony of repetitive work and minimize overexposure to environmental hazards. Workers should also be provided with frequent opportunities for rest breaks. In addition, workers should be educated on the symptoms and hazards of work fatigue, the impact of fatigue on relationships and overall health, and the importance of diet, exercise, and stress management to minimize the negative effects of work fatigue. Finally, employers may also consider implementing a fatigue risk management program. When employers acknowledge the risk of worker fatigue and take steps to prevent it, this results in better morale among workers, improved safety outcomes, increased productivity, and higher employee retention rates.